So I feel very confident that Trey Lance is going to win this competition, that the Niners want him to win it. The door is open, and that he's going to walk right through it. Here's where things get weird, in my opinion. What happens next? We assume they're going to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. But that's what we would do.
Yeah.
What do you think Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch would do? I have a feeling that what they're going to do is start Trey Lance and keep Jimmy Garoppolo as the backup and say, look, this is no knock on Jimmy. We still like Jimmy.
Yeah.
Trey's just special. And so we're going to keep Jimmy. He's worth something. As we've been saying all along, we're not willing to trade him for less than a first-round pick. We're going to keep him right here until someone offers us a first-round pick because Jimmy's good. And I think in the back of their minds, maybe not the back, but right in the front, they'll hope, if anything happens to Trey Lance and Jimmy has to play for a month, maybe he'll play well and we'll recruit some of that value. That's what I think they're going to do, Jesse. Am I wrong?
I don't think you're necessarily wrong. Here's a couple things that could steer them away from that. Okay. First of all, if you just look at the landscape of the league, let's say Jimmy was worth a first round pick. The only teams that can afford Jimmy's contract as it's constructed are the Denver Broncos, who just traded for Teddy B.
Yep.
The Jacksonville Jaguars, who just drafted a quarterback first overall, and the New York Jets, who just drafted a quarterback second overall. None of those teams are going to be in the mix, so we can remove them. So now Jimmy's current contract is untradeable at any number, really, because a team would have to figure ways to get under the cap. Okay, so why would a team wiggle their way under the cap unless one thing happens? They think they're in contention and they have an injury at the quarterback position. If that happens, now you might be able to trade a Jimmy G. It's still not going to be a first-round pick, but you might be able to get a third or a fourth, something like that.
One of those situations where Teddy Bridgewater mangles his knee in practice, one of those things. Or
Deshaun
Watson did the same thing,
Exactly. So that's an option. The last option is this. Josh Rosen. How well does he play in the limited reps that he's going to get during the offseason when they get into training camp and when they get into preseason? If he plays well and they are confident that Rosen can be a solid backup quarterback in this league, now Jimmy G becomes disposable, even if it means outright cutting him.
See, here's where I'm coming from. And here's why I feel like they're going to keep Jimmy. Rosen has thrown 2 passes that I've seen. He's not getting work. And I feel like the way that training camp and preseason is going to go is that Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance are going to get all the work, and Sudfeld and Rosen won't get much. So when Trey Lance wins the job, what they'll say is, well, I mean, Rosen hasn't gotten any reps. Sudfeld hasn't gotten. We need a good backup. If we've learned anything in the last few years, is we need a good backup, and Jimmy is certainly a good backup. Only thing, I'm okay with them keeping Jimmy as a backup if they restructure his deal. They got to get that way down, and I just don't know if they can. If they do, God love them. If not, they better not keep a $27 million backup. That's all I'm saying. They better not. Because to me, if they do that, then what they're saying is the number one goal and objective of the season is to rehabilitate Jimmy Garoppolo's trade value, which is outrageous. The number one goal of the season is to win the Super Bowl. I don't care if you think it's a long shot. Win the Super Bowl. The NFC is open. Give yourself the best chance. Don't be like, well, we'll give ourselves a shot, but we first and foremost are going to hold on to Jimmy and try to get a first-round pick out of him. Like, good luck. Good luck.
Yeah, you're not going to get a first-round pick out of him. And the whole cutting his salary, Bay Area Baller actually threw that out to me. Mm-hmm. And I said, that's a great idea, but it's not likely. I mean, if he doesn't want to be here for any reason, he's certainly not going to take a pay cut. He's made plenty of money. A few $1 million extra than what he would get on the open market, I don't think is enough to keep him here, especially if he's the backup quarterback.
I think he wants to leave. No way. Yeah.
The only quarterback that's been treated worse, just quite frankly, than Jimmy G by their franchise is Mitchell Trubisky by the Bears.
Yeah, and I think none of this is lost on Jimmy.
For sure.
It's not like if we said this, Jimmy would be like, what are you talking about? He'd be like, they were 1-10. They were look at their record without me. I mean, I see it from his perspective, but
I can too.
I think he wants to go. I think he's just give him credit for not saying he's never complained. He's never made a demand, but I think he wants to go.
Hey, all-star teammate, all-star leader. I'll give him credit for those things.